What up, y'all? So this video is about how to squat, bench, and deadlift. And the reason I'm making this video is because I'll send people my workout plan and they're like, oh, how do I do this exercise? You know, what's the form on this exercise? So, I just want to make sure there's no confusion on how to do those exercises. I think those 3 exercises are very important to working out in general. They can be applied in a bodybuilding aspect or a strength aspect by, how many reps you do, intensity, etc. So I'm about to go to the gym and bring you all along and show you how to do each exercise. I haven't really worked out in a week because it's been Thanksgiving, been with family. So I'm gonna be fresh and be able to show you guys to the full extent of how to do each exercise. I'm gonna be going over the form, how you stand, the intensity, etc. But before we go work out, we gotta get in a pre-workout meal. So I've got some yogurt, I've got some bananas and some homemade granola. And then I'm gonna be trying out this energy drink for the first time. It's a pre-workout focused energy drink. I'll see y'all there. But we're gonna start with a warm-up, just a bar, about 12 reps, just feeling it out. Your warm-up set should look the same as your max weight sets. All right, so when you go to squat, you're gonna wanna brace your core, breathe into your stomach, and then squeeze your abs and pull the barbell into your back. So your back is tight, your stomach is tight, and you're ready to squat. So your warm-up weight depends on how strong you are, but I just do a bar and I move up to a plate. I can do about 260 pounds for 1 rep. I've also done 225 pounds for 9 reps before. So, your warm-up weight depends on the max amount of weight you can do. But if you don't know, always start out lower than you think you can do and then build up because you don't want to hurt yourself. Not gonna lie, my quads are a little cooked because I ran like 2 miles, maybe 1.5 miles on the beach at like a little slower than like race pace. I was running pretty fast. So I'm a little bit fatigued. My body can do it because I used to run distance since like 3rd grade. I stopped a little about 2 years ago. So my body can do it, but it's still fatiguing because I got to get those muscles used to that type of work again. It's like I can do it, but it's still fatiguing. Here I was talking about how it's better to over warm up than under warm up as long as you don't go to failure on the warm up sets because you're only going to warm up your muscle fibers and motor units more, and you're going to optimize your central nervous system and the muscles before the lift. Breathe in. Your stance should be about a little over shoulder width apart, toes pointed slightly out. Brace your core, breathe into your stomach, and then squat down. And you want to pull the bar into your back with your arms. Like make sure your back, your core, everything's tight. Does that make sense? I'll do one more warm-up set and then move on to my working sets. I'll probably count the next set as a working set, to be honest. Drive up. Breathe into my stomach, squeeze my abs. Pull my back into my lats. Here I'm talking about how everything should feel secure. You shouldn't feel any bad feeling in your lower back. Everything, your back should be tight, your abs, all that. All right, I just watched back that last clip and it wasn't the best audio quality, so I switched the mic mode to voice isolation. See if that helps. I'm also going to talk louder because, you know, why not? So I'm going to try a set of 225 for 5 reps, see where that leads me, and then probably go back down to about 215, finish off the rest of my sets.
Hey, try to turn me up a little bit right now. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, 10 out of 10, let's rate. I been going big on the pigs out of state. Do research, check out the back of my place. I rep so heavy, attack when I take. Still I'm on it for the long run. That name that you got, say the right one. Don't try me, I rap like a python. Ain't enough for the talk, they be hustling. Got my name up, came up off of nothing. Jersey gon' hang up like Jane, cause I'm chosen. Need my brothers and wrists shit frozen. Getting bread out the game like I throwed it. It don't make me no bigger to show it. The stat, cause I'm here for the trophy. Made it law where they cannot appeal. Show them nothing less than all the real. What you think it cost me out the deal?
Not the best form at the end, but that's expected when you're fatigued and you're at the end of a set. Set 3, here we go.
All I know is how I came in from the dough. Since a touchdown, all they want is more. Now I'm known to the world, I ain't tryna feel. Just run it up till I hit. My money grown, project grown, feel at home. Got the juice, minute made. I'm calling game in his face. Soon as Slim hit a J, renegade. My people long, won't be long till we all sitting on center stage, getting right off what I do. I know they getting tight off how I move. I still ain't did a write-off on these juniors yet. I never even claimed that we was cool. Really, I was just playing it by the rules. Still moving like gang, got nothing to lose. But most of them won't know until I show them. And that's why I'm just trying to keep it smooth. Did it all of my prior just to prove that I can make it all real without they rules. And for the
Also, don't wear shoes when you squat.
I don't plan on stopping soon. All I know is how I came in from the dough. Since a touchdown, all they want is more. Now I'm known to the world, I ain't tryna feel. Just run it up till I hit a meal. 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 Just run it up till I hit a meal.
Now we're gonna go bench. I'm probably gonna be sitting down for a majority of this video so you can actually see what I'm saying. So yeah, we're gonna get started with warming up for bench. I'll probably take this shirt off. I have a beater underneath. Listening to some key Glock still. So here's how I warm up. Same thing, kind of with the squat. You get your back all like this. Going on the bench. Good arch. Not to where you're straining your back, but good arch. I like to line up my pinky fingers with this little spacer, little thing right here. I don't know if you can see it, but get my back all tight. And then I lift my butt up when I lift the bar up like this. So I'll show you again. I also breathe in before I get the bar. So like this, breathe in. And then put my bar back down once the bar's fully lifted off the rack. It's like this. Bring it down to about the indentation in your chest, like the bottom of the flex muscle, and then explode up. So your first rep should look similar to your last rep. I'm not gonna lie, these benches suck. They're very narrow. So a few tips: if your shoulders are feeling painful, make sure your shoulders are retracted back, like pulled back, not like this, like this. Okay. I also like to warm up my shoulders. Maybe do some side lateral raises with some light dumbbells. Doing some face pulls with like the rope with the two balls at the end, like the black rope. Face pulls like this. Pull the two black balls towards your face. Um, that's good to warm up your rear delts. Doing some pull ups are good because your back, despite what some people think your back does, support you during the bench press. So I'll just go over to the pull up bar and do some pull ups before my heaviest sets or before my sets at all. That way I warm up everything. Same with squatting and deadlifting. You want to do more warm up than not than than less warm ups. And you also drive your feet into the ground when you're benching. So I'll show you again. Drive my feet into the ground, and you don't just want to drive up. You want to drive. You want to slide your feet this way. Okay, you slide your feet that way, but they're planted into the ground. So you're forcing your body back on the bench. And since you're arched, it's not just forcing your whole body back, it's forcing your back into the bench. Like I'm super gripped into the bench right now. Makes sense? So I'm gonna start adding weights. And I'm actually using a deadlift bar right now, which is obviously not made for benching, it's made for deadlifting. Um, and there's this dude who's benching 3 plates to my right, which is kind of crazy, but for reps. But yeah, I'm using a deadlift bar. It's a deadlifting bar is grippier than other bars because if you're trying to lift the max weight, you don't want your grip to be a hindrance, and that's why a lot of people will use straps because their grip loosens. But I don't think that's a good idea. I think you you fail to lift if your grip fails because when you're doing compounds, it's whole body. That doesn't mean all your body except your grip strength. Your grip strength, in fact, I think you fail if your grip fails because, well, if your grip fails, then you can't do the deadlift. It's not raw. That's why I don't use straps or a belt. Now, if I start deadlifting like 500, 600, and it becomes like a skeletal issue where your skeleton, like your structure is the issue for lifting the weight, I think then you start wearing a belt to be able to like brace fully properly. But you know, that for now, muscle is the issue. If you're not lifting those crazy high numbers, like my max is 340, I probably won't use a belt till like 500, 600. But for now, we're talking about benching. So I'm gonna do my first warm up set. Besides just the bar. Now I'm definitely gonna be more fatigued since I've already done 4 sets of squats. But you know, for the content, right? Besides, powerlifters do this every time they have a competition. So I'm gonna try to put up at least 185 for like 1 or 2 reps for y'all. My max is 210. So if I tried to go for 210 or probably even 200 today, I wouldn't be able to get it because central nervous system fatigue is a real thing. Y'all might think, oh, he hasn't hit chest yet today. He can easily get his max up. Well, that's not true because my nervous system is fatigued, even if the muscle isn't. So the muscle or the nervous system and the nerves can't tell the muscle to fire properly because it's already fatigued from 4 sets of squats. And I'm going to be even more fatigued when I go deadlift. But the reason I put deadlifting last is because it's the most taxing on your nervous system. So I didn't want to do deadlifting first and not be able to do anything else. Um, and benching is the least fatiguing because it's mostly the smaller the muscle, the less fatiguing the exercise is. So that's why like deadlifting and squatting are more fatiguing. because it uses more of your muscle. Like deadlift is your rear, your like a bunch of your back, your glutes, a little bit of your quads, your abs for stabilization, and then squats like your glutes, quad, all that good stuff. So yeah, I put that squat first because typically it takes the most like concentration. Deadlifting, you can kind of just brute force and just like pull it out because you're like using your max amount of force. But squatting is a little bit more technical than the other two lifts. So that's why I put it first. Bench you put in the middle. It's the least fatiguing, and you gives your leg the chance to rest. And then deadlifting at the end, you can go all out without any consequences because you've already done your two other lifts. So I'm gonna go up to a plate now, do that, and then I'll probably go up to 155 pounds total. By the way, guys, if you didn't know, one plate on each side and the bar is equivalent to 135 pounds because each plate, we call these 45 the plate. Each plate is 45 pounds, and then the bar is 45 pounds. So 45 times 3 is 135. And then I'm going to add another 10 on each side to go to 155. And then I'm going to take those off, put a 25 on each side. That's 185. Try to hit that for like 1 or 2 reps. But for now, I'm going to rest, hydrate, and I'll see y'all when I hit this. Going to bench 135 now. So I always tell people to do a long enough pause at the bottom to take the momentum out. So as long as you're not bouncing it off your chest. So for example, do not do this following rep. That's cheating, bro. I don't care who you are, that's cheating. Unless you're benching 700, then you're stronger than me no matter what. So pause up. Pause up.
And you can find me dreaming. Open my eyes to another misery. Hate to see a good man fall prey to the motherfucking snakes of society. Under the sun, no light will out.
So you want to be controlled enough on the way down where it's not just falling. Like you have it controlled. It's very stable, even though it's coming down relatively fast. Pause and then explode up. So you are expending energy when you make it come down slowly, and you want maximum power coming up. So you don't want to expend energy on the way down. So you just want to have it stable enough on the way down where it's not going to go all over the place. Does that make sense? We're doing 155 here. And let's get it. Just going to do like about 6 reps.
No time for waiting, life moves so fast. Change your position and shall come to pass. A break in the glass, a break in the glass. The night of light will outlast. He can't relax when they move so fast. Change your position and shall come to pass. A break in the glass, a break in the glass.
Yeah, on this path of life, the task simply is don't let the trash tip me. Strictly keep it classic and you'll surpass quickly. Powers that be will keep us second guessing.
The beater is going to come off in a second. I'm going to lift up this 185 pounds on the bar, do 1 or 2 reps, and then we'll move on to deadlifting. Low-key, I'm having fun with this lift. I'm not going all out because, it's kind of hard to like lock in 100% while I'm vlogging. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Shirt's coming off now. See what the pump looks like. I forgot that I was cut. Not gonna lie. We're not too pumped right now because we haven't done really any sets of failure. But that's where we're at. Here we go.
Asking the question, is the glass half full or half empty? Some stars burn out from fast entry while others last a century. It's the mind state of this entire country. They want us to embrace the superficial, make the masses feel special. While this empire, they run it corruptly. Some do it for the income, but we do it for the outcome. Some of us are active while others just let their mouth run. No doubt, son, this is not just about fun. We will not be outdone by these cowards who shout scum. Upgrade your faith just to match your vision, and your decisions will imprison from that natural prison. And if you listen,
I'm gonna be deadlifting now. So I like to do switch grip, meaning I pull like pull as in do the deadlift with like this or like this. And I switch every time I deadlift, so I don't develop a muscle imbalance on one side. The reason you do pull with switch grip is because you're able to hold more weight. Here's how it goes. So, you know, pull back thing, get your whole back tight like you do with the squat and bench. Put your shins about 2 inches away from the bar. Go down, and you're going to want to your legs a little bit less than shoulder width, or maybe shoulder width. And you're gonna want to push your knees against your arms like this. So I'll show you a rep. So back like this, switch grip, go down. You're gonna want your so the knurling, where the knurling connects to the smooth part, you're gonna want that like switch right on the inside of your fingers, of your hands. So I'll do a rep like this. You can see where my arms are. So, and it's like you're pushing straight up from your feet. Think of deadlifting as you're pushing against the floor instead of pulling against the floor. So you're gonna want to stand up in one motion. It's like you're squatting or like you're getting up from a chair. You're just holding something at the same time. So and you're gonna want to have your chest broad throughout the whole motion, like your chest pointing up. And it's also best to look up when you're doing when you're going up. So like this. So down, you kind of sit into it, and you're kind of pulling the bar against your shins like this. So back tight, breathe into your stomach, squeeze your abs, pull against the bar, up with everything tight. With everything tight. So now I'm going to do that with a plate, and we're going to work our way up. 135, we're going to do 12 reps.
you can hear every snake in the grass, and you can see them through the break in the glass. Wake 'em at last, come on.
Under the sun, the light will outlast. No time for waiting, life moves so fast. Change your position, it shall come to pass. A break in the glass, a break in the glass. Bring the night on, life will outlast. We can't relax when they move so fast. Change your position, it shall come.
You're going to really want to bring your hips forward in every rep. Like, think about throwing your hips forward in each and every rep. And you're going to want to think about throwing your hips forward as powerful as you can and as soon as you can. It's like this. Because a lot of people don't bring their hips forward during the rep. And so it's better that they just think about it as much as possible and like overcorrect. And since they think they're like overcorrecting, you're actually going to end up setting yourself up for success, and you're actually going to have good form. Next set, 185. Keeping the form good. Always trying to.
A break in the glass, a break in the glass.
I think it's just wholeness at this very moment. In this moment, it is infinite and eternal. But the present moment is infinitely small. When we can measure it, it is gone. And yet it exists forever. You may believe yourself out of harmony with life and it's eternal now, but you cannot be. For you are life and exist now.
All right, so I'm moving on to 225. I gotta hurry up because my phone's kind of low.
No time for waiting, life moves so fast. Change your position, it shall come to pass. A break in the glass, a break in the glass. Bring the night on, life will outlast. We can't relax when they move so fast. Change your position, it shall come to
you're just gonna want to sit back, like sit your butt back, like lean your butt back while you're coming down against your shins. So you're leaning back, but you're able to stay like kind of up because the bar is pulling against your shins. And you kind of do that when you're coming up too. You pull against your shins. All right, so now we're getting up to the big dog weight. So I'm gonna be moving 285.
Change your position and shall come to pass. A break in the glass, a break in the glass. Break the night up like below glass. We can relax when they move so fast. Change your position and shall come to pass. A break in the glass, a break in the glass.
I bet I could get 6. I'd just be really fatigued. All right, this is gonna be my last set. 315, as many reps as possible. My phone's on 2%. So let's freaking get it. All right, we're done. We're gonna go pose now.
Tell me all the speakers loud enough. Can you feel the bassline thumping? Is it tough enough? Tell me all my people loud enough. Making love enough. Tell me 'cause I need to know before I go. I don't have much time to sit and relax while we all unwind, just shit and pay tax while we all run blind. I hear them scream we've had enough, but they bluff and talk a good game. The next day come and they still the same.
It's currently 9:42, and I've been editing that video for the past too long. And I'm pretty tired. My body's pretty fatigued from doing those 3 heavy lifts, and my mind is pretty fatigued from the central nervous system fatigue from the lifts, and then also editing the video. So I will go get some grubbing, get some protein. Make sure to get your protein after you work out, and I hope you found the video informative and entertaining. Go kill it.